Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lola and this is Counterculture. If you are new here, please do consider subscribing to my channel. Go through my old videos, and if you like what you see, click the subscribe button. Today we're going to be talking about productivity. Sometime around September last year, I decided to watch a particular creative live video, and I'm not even sure right now the particular name of that creative live video. And that, listening to the guy and everything that he had to say about setting goals and defining how you want your day to go like, was absolutely profound, and it shot up my productivity to another level. And if you had asked me before then if I was productive, I would have said absolutely, I'm very productive. But going through this process after then in September, from September last year to now, going through that process, I realized that there's productivity and there's productivity. And the difference is what I'm going to share with you today. Now, we need to, as a generation, get it at the back of our minds that everything requires work. And are we willing to put in the work? Everything that we do today requires work. And that's one of the major things, how our minds needs to shift. Needs to shift away from being all pretty, thinking that anybody is just going to hand you something. No, nobody's just going to hand you something. You have to put in the work. So now that we know that we have to put in the work, what work do we require for us to be productive? We need to set our goals and break them down into bigger goals and smaller goals. And how I do it is I have a whole week. What are the things I want to achieve in this week? By putting that, there's already a time frame to it, right? So there's a plan already, as in it's time bound. So that goal now, I now distribute them into the week. So in a whole week, I might have to probably edit a video, edit some of my backlog. I have to write some blog posts. I have to, talk to clients, follow up with people and whatnot. So once I write down all those goals, then I now put them into the days of the week that it should be done. And then for every day, every single day, I have what I have to do, which now comes up to a to-do list. But it's like a goal and a to-do list at the same time. So I have for the week, which are the bigger goals, then breaking them down into smaller goals per day. So set your goals and ensure that it is clearly written out. So this I have to do, this I have to do, this I have to do. Another thing that you can do is scale them as per importance. What is urgent? What is important? Is it urgent and important? It must be at the top of the list. If it's not important and not urgent, you can always get to that later. So do the important and urgent things first, and based on that scale, you can now arrange your list. And you start from the top to the bottom. You want to have designated working hours. If, for example, you are an employee at a company and you want to come back home and do some other things, you want to have dedicated working hours, because what can happen is that, especially when you are working on something that you're so passionate about, you want to go on forever, and the truth is that you really do need to rest. So have designated working hours. And if you are someone that works from home, definitely you want to have a designated working hours. And if you're an employee, please do, when you come back from work and you want to work on your passion, something that you're passionate about, you want to have some time that you use to work on it. Undivided attention that you want to put. One of the major distractions is your phone. What I do is, my phone is in another room while I work. And when I'm done, if I need my phone for anything, I pick it up, take what I need to do, I look at it, and I'm done. And the truth is that there are days when you pick your phone, you want to quickly check something on the internet or something, whatever, that's going to help you with your work, then you're already scrolling. Prior that you've already scrolled and then 30 minutes has gone. So you want to avoid those kind of things. Whatever it is that is a distraction to you. Some people, it is decluttered space. Check out your environment. Is it conducive enough for work? Some people don't like clutter in their space at all. No, zero clutter. My husband's like that. They want the place looking clean, and then it's like as if their mind is arranged enough to now deal with work. So if your environment is what is causing it, arrange your table, arrange your space. If it is noise, get rid of whatever is making the noise, or put in noise cancellation earphones and whatnot. So whatever it is that is a source of distraction, you want to get rid of it. So there are many tools that can help you to remain productive, depending on what you're trying to achieve and the kind of person that you are. That is what will inform the tools that you need. I am a very more traditional person. I would rather have a paper and a journal to write my to-do list, to write notes and whatnot. Some people like their phones, make notes on their phones and everything. They write their to-do list on their phones. So depending on the kind of person you are, having a to-do list is a very good tool because it helps you to see the progress that you have made. It helps you to know exactly what's next. Your calendar is also something that can help you be productive because sometimes you need to use it to set reminders. So basically it's for you to now decide that based on what you want to achieve, what tools do I need? Or based on what's on your to-do list, what do I need to have? So be armed with the right tools, the tools that you need. Make sure that you have a journal somewhere where you put your progress and you're able to track what is next. You need to be consistent. I'm not just consistent in the fact that I show up every day, but consistent in following your to-do list. That was major for me. I said before that if you asked me before, I would say I was productive. And what I used to do was I would just like, oh, this one is convenient for me to do right now. This one is not. This one is not convenient. This one is convenient. But right now, what I do is because I realized that when I wrote this to-do list, I was in my sane mind. I wasn't stupid, right? When I wrote it, I was in my sane mind. I actually want to achieve this thing. So I have to sit down, even if the number 2 is something I do not want to do, absolutely, and I would rather procrastinate. I will sit down and do the number 2. So it is the consistency in actually doing 1 first, next 2, next 3, next 4. And you discover that by the end of the day, you've actually gone through your to-do list. Wow, just following it. You realize that, oh, nothing was procrastinated. The next tip is when you are done with your list and you see that you're done well and finished your to-do list, you reward yourself. Whatever reward you feel is good. For me, I reward myself with a day off on Fridays. Yes. On Fridays is relaxed. I don't bog myself down to make sure that I do or like I'm so into the zone. No. I calm down on Fridays. I watch my series for the week. I watch a movie. I just relax on Fridays because really, you have to rest. You do have to rest. So it's important that you reward yourself. Some people like to take themselves out. Some people buy ice cream for themselves. Some just do one thing that they really, really wanted to do. So just define what your reward would be to reward yourself. You've earned it, right? If you're not a procrastinator, but you've earned it. Review your week. So every Sunday, I sit down, set some time aside, and I review my week. So what did I do right? Why did I do what I did right? What's the highlight of my week? What didn't I do right? Why didn't I do it right? And what can I do better next week? And then I ask, what am I thankful for? So what am I thankful for this week? What am I thankful for every day? I also write those things down. And I was just showing my husband today, like, if this is the book that I got in January of this year, and I'm like, I'm already here, and it's not even the end of February yet, because I'm writing a lot of things down. And that's what happens. So when you start reviewing, you start writing down all these things, and when you look back, you'll be able to see how much progress you have indeed made, how much more productive you have been. And that's why I can say that I've been so much more productive, because I can actually track it. I can go back and say, this is what I really did. Say, this is the level of growth that has happened in the last 2 months, 6 months, and whatnot. So with that, you can also be able to measure what needs to get done. You can also be able to measure where you are lacking and how you can make up for those lacks. So I really hope that these tips have been helpful and it will help you to be productive. Remember, every cliche thing that you hear, if you actually do it, you will get the results. And consistency, absolutely, consistency is key. Once you show up every day and actually do the things on your list and not procrastinate, then you would get the results that you need and will move forward.